Hello. Good evening, YouTube world. How are you today? It's funny, someone asked me earlier today in a comment asking when I was going to go live again. I'm like, oh, I don't know, till Wednesday maybe. Then I started thinking about things and I thought it might be good to have a conversation about it. So, there's no one on here yet, so I'll just chill for a moment. I'm actually looking at a job posting that was sent to me. Ooh, this is remote, fully remote, entry level. I'm even afraid to look to see what the salary is. Assist. Okay. No, this says on-site location Penn State, but this says hiring remotely. Can y'all really figure this out and make up your mind? Let me check the company because whew, my goodness. All right. Whew, excuse me. All right, let me see. Excuse me. Okay. Oh my goodness. I'm so pleased with today. Today was a good day. But I only slept like 3 hours or so. So I'm effing exhausted, but I am okay with that. I'm okay with that. Um, okay. Alrighty. Bitch, don't kill my vibe. I'm gonna put some music on in the background. I am logging in to my school after I check this job out. So
Today we are grooming Bear. He is a very neglected Saint Bernard.
Hi, Bear. I'm going to log into school. I finished my ethics class today, 11 p.m. on Saturday. So that was at the 15th. I finished my ethics class. So I am super happy about that. I'm just looking for some music to put on in the background. Oh no. What was I playing before? So hello guys, Rafael Marquez. Hi, how are you? How you doing? I hope you guys are all good. Okay. I don't know. Okay, here we go. I guess it's gonna be Kendrick. How you doing? All right, so that's music will be on. Hi guys, I hope you're doing well on this it's Monday, right? Monday evening. I wanted to have a conversation about regret My name is Irene. I live in Brooklyn, New York. I am got gnats all over here. These damn fruit flies. I am unemployed at the moment, but I'm also an MBA student, so that's kind of what's going on in my life. And today, I wanted to talk quickly about regret. Um, that when you come into the thing, to the chat, just say hi, say how old you are, or about, if you want to just do that, or you can put your generation, it doesn't matter. And what state you live in, or what country you live in, because that would be cool. But I wanted to talk today about regret and your feelings on it, and how we feel about it, and how we should feel about it. I put in the description that I feel like regret is one of those things that seem as negative. And I don't necessarily think that regret is negative. I think how you react to it or how you use it in your life can be negative. I personally think that you can take regret, something you regret, and use it as a learning opportunity so you don't make the mistakes that cause that regret again. And that can guide your future. But I do understand that there are some people who take regret and just focus on it and use that to presume that nothing else in their life is of value, nothing else is worth it. So I just wanted to talk about that, get you guys' opinion on that today, because I think it's an interesting conversation to have. There are things that and there's also a difference between things that you regret and things that you don't regret doing, but you wouldn't do it again if you had the choice, you know? And there's a difference. Like for me, I love my daughter. I love her. She is 19. She's about to go back to school next Tuesday. She's amazing. She's going back to college. I don't regret having her. However, I know that for me, I never felt the need to be a mom. It never drove me. And so, hey, Aaron, how are you? How you doing today? Hope your day is good. I finished another class today, so I'm 5 classes in. But yeah, so I don't regret having my daughter at all. Not at all. However, if I knew today, if I knew then what I do today, I probably would not have had her. And it's not because anything bad. It's just that I didn't feel that I didn't feel the need. I still don't feel the need to be like a parent. I never felt the need to be a parent. I just did it because I thought it was something you're supposed to do. Zyla. Hi, Zyla. How are you? Thank you so much. And one of the things I tell people, and I told my daughter too, the worst part of being a parent to me is worrying. Even though my daughter is 19 and she's made it to adulthood, I still worry about her. Started worrying about her mostly when she started leaving the bubble of safety. You know, once she went from elementary school and she started walking to school to middle school, that's when the worry started. The worry still exists. She's going back to college upstate New York, and I'm still going to be worried about her. So that's something I'm going to have to live with for the rest of my life, is worrying about her, the safety and where she is and what she's doing and what evil is around her. And it is a terrible feeling. Now, I know there are some people who probably don't think of it like that. They don't think of that as they have kids and they don't consider that. But I've taught my daughter well enough that I hope she knows that she needs to protect herself. Because the last thing I want to have to do is burn down this city because somebody was not nice to her. Did something bad to her. All I do is worry. Hey, Aaron. Yeah, you talking about your son or in general? Because I know you got issues. Listen, trust me, I got other things to worry about. You know, the fact that she was here during the summer actually was so nice because she went from her summer class to home and that was it. And if there was an emergency, I could run down, get to her real quick. her being in college and being like 3 hours away, um, is a challenge. And so I do worry about her, and now she's moving to a dorm that's off campus. So I'm like, what happens when you have class at like, when it's dark? You have to go home through those alleys at, what? She told me that today. I was like, Irene, don't do it. She's smart. So we're gonna just let that go. What's long, black, and doesn't work? The line at KFC. Listen, behave. That's a good one. That's a good one. And I don't take offense. I don't take offense to most things. So got Kendrick on in the background. So yeah, going back to that, so like I said, I don't regret having her, but there is a worry that comes along with it. It's all love and I'm not racist. Whatever. It's all good here. As long as you don't act a fool to me, it's all good. So it's not a regret I have. I don't regret having my daughter. I just know that that's a choice I would not make if I was thrust back 20 years from now. I wouldn't make that decision again. I'd be child free because I just know that it would bring me more peace. So that being said, and I know you guys are listening in the comments or are listening and you in the comments, I really want to know, I want to know a couple of things. One, do you have any regrets in life? Two, the other side of the coin is, do you have things that you don't regret but would not do again? And three, how do you see your regrets? Do you see them as there's something you focus on so you don't make the same mistakes in the future? Or do you think that your life it really hurts you and you're kind of just have a negative connotation of it? That's what I'd like to know. I'm looking for jobs in this one place right now. That's what I really like to talk about. I really like to know what you guys think because, and there's a judgment-free zone for the most part. I like to laugh, so you got more jokes. It's all good. But I would really like to know if you have regrets. And, let's just talk about how they are. I find regrets in my life aren't necessarily what I did or what I didn't do. Rather, it is the timing I wish I could change. Okay. For example, I wish I did certain things earlier, but hey, it's never too late, sis. Listen, I am in grad school for my MBA and I'm 51 years old. It isn't too late. So, I truly agree that it's never too late to do the things that you might have wanted to do or should be doing. I think it's better to do them even later so you're not on your deathbed wishing you had done them, So, yeah, I agree and understand the lateness. Trust me, I wish I would have done my MBA right after I graduated from college in 2009. And I graduated from college in 2009 when I was already 34. So, yeah, it's a little swimming pool is my favorite. So yeah, I totally feel you on that. I'm calling you behave. I completely agree with you on that. But what you guys doing today, if you don't mind sharing? What you doing tonight, today? I don't know what time it is where you are. If you don't mind sharing, it's cool. I don't know where that is. I know what this is. Whew. So I just finished my 5th class for my MBA with flying colors. So I'm about to start the next class, which is ops management. This is the first class that is only exams. It's 2 exams. Each exam has 70 questions. So I have to make sure I can study and because I don't want to fail, because from my understanding, if you fail the course, they give you extra credit work you have to do, and not the course. If you fail the exam, yeah, they give you extra credit each time you retake it. You can retake it 7, 8 times, but every time you retake it, they give you more work, and I'm like, I don't want to do that. So I'm gonna make sure I have a full understanding of it. And this is actually the last class of what I would consider the easier courses. Everything else is, all the other courses are financial. So I have finance, economics, accounting, and one is data analytics. So those four, and then I have my capstone. So yeah, I'm doing that. Now, if you're interested, I'm going to WGU. It's competency-based degrees. I started my MBA program in July 1st, and I'm already halfway through it, and August isn't even done. So, yeah, it's a great program. It is fully accredited, and I'm learning a lot. I'm taking my MBA, so the flat MBA, they do have MBA IT class, a major. I've heard some controversial things about them. I've heard some IT people say it's not good, but I've heard some people say it is good. I guess it depends on what you're looking for. But I'm not doing the IT version. I'm just doing the straight version. So yeah. Again, we're talking about regrets today. I want to know two things. Hold on. I did something that I can't get my login. I want to know two things. Do you have three things? Two things? Three things. Whatever. I want to know, do you have any regrets? Do you have things that are not regrets, but know that if you went back in life, you wouldn't do them again? And how do those regrets play a part in your life? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. That's what we're talking about today. Regrets. Or the lack of regrets. Also, we can talk about anything else you guys want to talk about too. We are a community here, so it's not just about what I want to talk about. Whew. Behave. Those things that you said that you wish you did earlier, what kind of things are those? Because I agree with you 100%. What kind of things are those? This is funny. They had this job on the... Oh, they had this job on... Yeah, this job's not here anymore. All right, I'll get out of here. All right, so 19 weeks left. I'm not doing that. All right. You are welcome to court C215. Dr. Owen Roach. I always, the name of that is crazy. She did not send me the thing for this one. All right. Yeah, hey guys. Oh, shoot. I'm not getting I don't regret Hollywood, but I definitely wouldn't do it again. Good on you, genuinely. I am glad you see that too. 12:15, just after midnight here in the UK. Oh, you're in the UK? She's on fire. I didn't see this. My chat's not scrolling. Okay. So 12:15 in the UK? Yeah, why? You must be younger than me because you up. I would not. Actually, that's not true. Yesterday, I didn't fall asleep until 4 a.m. I was scrolling and I just, I got to start a new rule. I'm starting it tonight. 10 o'clock, 10 o'clock on the dot, 10:30 on the dot. I'm shutting off all social media. I'm not on all of, I start scrolling and I get sucked into a, you know, I get sucked in. Doom scrolling for sure. And a lot of my TikTok and Instagram are just on, well, some of it's negative and some of it is rage baiting. And I get so upset that I can't. So I started saying, Irene, you don't care. And certain people I block, like people who only post texts, they don't even do videos of themselves talking. For me, I like engagement. I like to see people. I'm not a fan of faceless channels or faceless platform, not platforms, but accounts. I'm not a fan of that. I don't connect with that. And for me, social media is a way to connect. So faceless channels are not usually how I'm not a fan of those. Unless it's educational, I'm learning something. Like, I often use YouTube and to learning something specifically for like DaVinci Resolve. I'll use YouTube, and I don't care if it has a person or not. I don't regret Hollywood. I definitely would do it again. And explain that. Why? Because you're a creative person and I know you love your job. So explain why, if you're still here, why you wouldn't do it again. I'm going to make an assumption. Knowing much of what you've spoken about, I'm going to assume that it has to do with stability and being consistent. It's an inconsistent career. And that you I just realized this is going to be on replay. I also you want to be there for your son, and I know some of the time it hasn't allowed you to do that. So that's what I'm going to assume in response to you saying you wouldn't do it again. I'm gonna make that assumption. So you let me know if that's accurate or not. Oh my goodness. So I'm logged on to this class right now. So operations management. Oh my God. I love that this school is set up this way. I know I've said it before, but I love that this school is set up this way with the competency-based stuff. I absolutely love it. And I appreciate how it's worked out for me. And now I see why so many people like it. And honestly, the fact that I can do all of my classes back to back to back, focus on one class at a time, and I don't have to compartmentalize my brain to remember everything for every class I'm taking at one time. I can I'm thinking. I can focus, my brain can focus on one thing at a time, and it's great. And I really appreciate it. And so it's making it so much easier for me to be able to do these classes. And I honestly think, and the fact that the grad school is only I think it's $48.50 per term. And I think undergrad is cheaper. So I'm going to be able to finish my MBA for less than $5,000. Well, it's actually $5,000. There's $200 fee. So it's like $5,000, like $50 or something like that. So yeah, I really like it, and I think more students should look into it because it can be a very cost-effective way to, even if you do it all 4 years for undergrad, I think it's a very cost-effective way because that means You're spending $10,000 a year for your undergrad. That's 40 grand. That is nothing. That is, my daughter's school costs more than that. Hers costs double that per year. Actually, I think it's actually 369. Yeah. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Her school is 325, is presumed, for the whole 4 years, 325,000. We're paying $162,000 for her schooling over 4 years. That's 40,000 a year. That's 10 monthly payments of 4 grand a year. I say we as if I'm her father is paying that. Because she got also, it's only for she got a 50% scholarship because she was valedictorian at her school. She was the highest level, so she got a 50% scholarship. I think I think there was one more scholarship higher than that. She didn't get that one, but yeah. So, you know, but going back, I want to continue talking about regrets, guys. I want to continue talking about regrets. Because I think it's really, really an interesting subject. I think it's interesting how people see it, how people think about it, how it affects you. Are there things I regret in life? Because I already said I did things I don't regret my having a kid. Are there things I regret? Yes, there are a few. There are a few things I did. There are a few people I surrounded myself with. But actually, you know what? I'm gonna take that back. I don't regret the people I brought into my life. Yes, many of them disappointed me. Many of them let me down. But I don't regret them because I learned a lesson. And I got to have great experiences. So, you know, it is what it is. I do wish I could find more people around in my life who would more transparent and honest. It seems like finding honest people is hard to find. Doesn't seem to be like a lot of them. You know, it doesn't seem like there's a lot of honest people around. But I'm not gonna say that I regret the people. I do regret for a long time. For a long time, I was deep in depression, and I allowed that to happen to me because of family issues. I wish I could. I regret not being able to get through that sooner. I was pregnant when I had to deal with that. When it came to a head, that's where it started, and that's how I was able to get through. I was able to get through that depression to the point where it just went away. Because I was able to, something was able to switch in my head. And even though now and then I have had the winter blues, what they call it, seasonal depression. I haven't had it in the last 2 years, which is nice. I could have sworn I would have it this last winter with everything that happened, but surprisingly, I did not have the winter depression. I was dealing with other things. So, that's what I'm going to. So, anyway, there's not that many things I actually regret. The things I do regret are learning lessons too late. I will tell you this. I do regret letting things happen that shouldn't have happened. Let's just say that. Overall, that's one of the things I do regret. So if we're talking about regrets, that's definitely it. I feel very much like I allowed things to happen when I knew better. This plant is out of water. I'm gonna have to, oh wait, I have water right here. and it's pretty warm right now. So, yeah, that's the only thing I regret, really, really, is allowing things to move on and people to mistreat me or whatever have you longer than I should have. That's what I regret. And, you know, I can speak to stories and I won't get into, but, um, yeah, it's life is different. Life is different for everyone, and we all have different experiences. But I feel that the one thing you should never do is allow people to mistreat you. And I've allowed that for way too long, just because I was getting something out of the from the person that I wanted, but I wasn't getting what I needed. So, but it's fine. You know, you learn, you live and learn. Will I ever do that again? Oh, fuck no. No, 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 no. Never again. I will never do that again because I am not. It's amazing. Today, today, I am so different than what I was just a few months ago. Um, I am like, I've spoken about it before. I live alone in New York City. I am pretty much completely solitary life at the most part. I don't really have any friends because, like I said before, a lot of people have betrayed me and I've walked away from those people. And you know, the one or two people I have in my life right now, they have their own lives, so I don't, I don't um put myself in their space too much because they're all going through different things. You know, my sister lives down near Atlanta. I keep trying to get there, but it seems like it's I'm not able to right now. And but I have a friend here I speak to every couple of weeks. She always asks me what I'm doing. I'm talking to her about her kids. It's all good. And so I live, but otherwise I'm alone. Oh, and my daughter is here in the summer. She's going back to school, so I'll be very much alone at that time. But the cool thing is I can hop on a train and go see her if I really wanted to. Because I still don't have a car. I was hoping to buy one earlier this year, but that fell through. So, but it's fine because it's just an expense I can't afford being unemployed. But yeah, it's the regrets thing is an interesting conversation. And like I said, I don't regret it. I don't regret much. To be quite truthful, I don't regret much. I do wish I had done things earlier. Wish I'd gone to college earlier. I wish I'd gone to grad school earlier. I wish I had a better sense. I wish I knew now what I knew then. Oh, excuse me. I wish I knew then what I know now about my life and what I want. That's been a thing about me is I didn't know, at least career wise, what I wanted. I was back and forth all over the place. Now that I'm fully aware and working toward that, I feel like I know I don't feel like it's too late, but I feel like it's too late for me to do some of the things I had wanted to do. Um there are things that I want to do that'll never happen. And so yeah. Um yeah, is anybody here? Because if not, I'm gonna log off. Actually, I'll stick to 45. Course material. I am right now going over I'm looking at the course. It's the same thing. So, because this is focused on an exam, I'm going to have to take manual notes because I do not do. I need to be able. I need to write them things down in order to remember things, and that's the only way I'm gonna do it. So these are all my papers. What I do is I write my papers first, type on Google Sheets, then I download them, print them, and then and then I do my edits. So this is one class where I did all my edits. This is the last one. This is 206. This is task 1. This is the 212. The marketing one is my marketing plan. You can see all the notes. This is 04. Oh, this is wait, oh, this is the same course. No. Task 1. Yeah, this is marketing. This was task 1. This is task 2. I don't know why it's labeled task 1. Yeah, so these are all my papers. I've saved them. Oh, here's some more. I've saved them because in case someone wants to know if I'm doing my own work. This is organizational leadership. This is another paper. So yeah, I've been oh, is this 2 different? Okay, yeah, this is both the tasks for this class. Okay, that's it, and these are bills. All right, so apparently I've got the papers from all of my classes here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to, oh, here's my school notebook. I was looking for my school notebook. I'm like, hey, for when I take exams, I write the notes down by hand. I was been taking them online, taking the notes online, and having AI format them in a way that makes sense. I am not doing that now. Now I am going to do some reading and writing. I have to, I'm gonna put this down. I had a bunch of interviews last week on Thursday, and I had a follow-up for one on Friday. I think I scared her off. She was really worried about, she kept bringing up my MBA and what I plan on doing. And I'm like, I don't really, I want to be a chief of staff one day, but I'm not in a place here yet, whatever have you, letting her know, like, yeah, I'm not there yet, but I think I might have scared her away with my transparency. But I'd rather scare them away than, I might have the agency take that off my resume, but I took it off because I think people are really concerned about it. So this is HR, the last one I have. All right, so this is, what course is this? This is C215, Operations Management. All right. All right, so I'm gonna start I'm using green. I used purple last time. I'm supposed to be using purple. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what color I use. All right, so what I haven't done in a while? I haven't done any hobbies. Oh no, I was working on I got some diamond art. It's gonna take me weeks to do it because I get a little nauseous after a while doing it. Oh, the sun has set. We're in blue hour now. All right, so it is, what time is it? What time is it? It is 7:39. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna log off now, and I'm gonna put music back on. I'll put some videos on in the background, and I'm going to do some reading. I'm going to start this course. I'm going to do some reading every day, take my notes in, and now that I'm working on the rest of my courses, all have tests. I have to really focus. I can't BS my way through a paper. I take the exam, so I have to know what the heck is going on. So yeah, I will talk to you guys
next time. I think I'm hosting a video on Thursday, so stay tuned. Peace out. Love you. Hope you have a great one. Bye.